Okay, I'm doing another video on July the 24th, which is on a Friday, and it's 8:21, and I I've seen a lot of coming out videos on YouTube, and you've probably never heard one like this before, but I've got problems with women. I'm coming out about it. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Well, it was a lot of times I let certain things mess me up with women, and then I had bad relationships, and I'm hoping that this one I got now will be the one to end all the problems. I'm in a position where I know that to solve my problem would be to get with the best woman that I've ever been with or never been with before. And if they turn out to be the right one, the very best one for me, then I'll get the problem solved. But until then, I can't get it solved because I've been having these problems where me or them one would say something and it'd lead into a journey that didn't even need to be investigated or even looked into. And then I'd feel bad about it because I'd be like, no, shouldn't do that. But I did it anyway. And then I'd feel bad about it because, well, I just don't think that a man should be having so many problems with women in this world. And last time I had a relationship, we couldn't get along too well. And basically it turned out that, after we decided, they decided to be silent about the whole thing. Go home, stay at their house, and not talk to me for a long time and not say nothing. When knowing they had their ways, they could have talked to me. No matter what it took, they could have talked to me somehow. And they didn't have no transportation. I was their ride, so they couldn't come up here. And they didn't have a phone because their cell phone that they had for a home phone and a cell phone was not working. So they could have borrowed a phone from somebody and called, but they didn't do that. So the last time I'd seen them was, until I decided to go where they moved to and talk to them. And so when I did, they told me it was over with. Well, I accepted it. Kind of knew it was going to end forever sooner or later anyhow, but when it finally did, it finally did. And so that's when all the mess started hitting the fan. And I'm not one to want to cuss because I'm trying to be a good Christian man. And when it did, it come out to be that they got psycho. Now, when I say that, I mean 1 minute they want me back, next minute they don't want me back. Then they come up with a million excuses why they need money from me. It's just one thing after another. So I got tired of it. And then they would go tell friends on Facebook things, and then one of their friends that happens to have been a truck driver come up to me on Facebook trying to tell me what I should or shouldn't do to her, and he didn't get the full story, and so I blocked him and her. So there you go. But the point is that I've put myself in a position now with someone I've known for a while. And I believe that this will probably work out because when you are with a person who is the type of long-time friend that you've known a while, that works out a whole lot better than if you were with someone you barely even know hardly anything about. And I hope that if the person that is now considered the ex-girlfriend, if she's with someone else right now, good luck to both of them. But I feel sorry for him because he's going to find out the same stuff I did. You don't supposed to, if you don't want to go somewhere with the person you're with, you don't supposed to act like get all upset about it because, I don't know. But I see the one I'm with now is willing to go places with me where we both know that the Lord's going to be at, and I appreciate that, And I just hope y'all will pray for me, and Pray that I finally get my love life straightened out and get on the track I need to be on with that, because, if I get it right this time, I'll pretty much have my problem solved and say, look, folks, I have a wonderful girlfriend and we're going to probably one day get married. And if you're any of my family and heard that, yeah, I said it. If this person works out, I'll get married. You might say, haven't you already been married before? I hardly can call what I was going through that one time a marriage, because we both had some issues and we both didn't work out too well. And I got some ex-in-laws now that are starting to see the light about their own sibling that I was married to. I say married to, when really I couldn't much call it a marriage, because a good marriage that goes good or bad would be one where you didn't have to leave on such weird terms. But I love y'all, folks, but that's why I did this, and I decided to come out and be clean about it. I'm straight, I'm not gay, so don't get that idea. But I do want to admit I have relationship problems, and I do care about people, and also people have took advantage of me because I was a nice guy and because they thought they could get anything they wanted out of me. Well, when you live on the income I live on, how can you exactly be so target for all this mess? I don't know, but anyhow, folks, like I said, I love y'all, and I just hope y'all understand that I'm coming clean about a lot of stuff. I love my mom, but I'm not a mama's boy, because I could live. I'm living on my own, so that tells you I'm not a mama's boy, and I've done this for a long time now. And, so, I ain't trying to be smart Alex or nothing, but I'm just saying what I gotta say. But there's a lot of people in this world. I've seen them live in the way they live, and I pray for them, and I pray for myself, because you've got to pray for yourself and others. You got to kill two birds with one stone with this situation. And I've known people to die, and I never knew they had health problems. And they were good men and women. And you think, oh, wait, they had a good attitude, and last time you checked, they had good health. What's the problem? Then you find out later, oh, so they had multiple problems in their life, and you didn't know about it until later on. Like maybe they had a good attitude, but their health wasn't so good, or something or another. Well, okay, I can get all that. I can understand that, but where I don't get is, why do some people believe that John Q. Public, so it's time to ask John Q. Public for money? Well, I don't know. But you might say, was this hard for me to talk to y'all about this subject? Yes and no. Yes and no. Because it's a side of me that I have to get used to, and y'all used to also, if you're going to be my friends and family. But I also do know that there are people in this world that I could talk to. You could talk to. And you can tell them your problems, and they can look at you like, sorry for you, man. I'm sorry for you. Then there's people that look at you like, what's your problem, dude? Why you got all this attitude? And you're like, well, because I feel like I don't feel like no normal human being should have so much problems. Excuse my language here. About this language is the language of a person who's got sinus issues. But anyway, the point is, I don't think that, when we live in the world we live in today, I I don't think that we've been taught enough about our situations we go through with people. We don't get talked to a lot about our love life. We don't get talked too much about all this stuff. We just say, boys, if you're straight, you'll meet a good woman one day. Girls, if you're straight, you'll meet a good man one day. And you don't get told about, yeah, but there's a bumps in that road that you have to go on. You might be a good man and meet a woman one day that turns out to be a wacko psycho, and then you end up screaming your head off. Why me? Why me? What's wrong with me? Well, what's wrong with her? Or whatever. So, and you might find a woman that is perfect and one that isn't. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of things you got to teach yourself in life. So, just realize it ain't easy. And most of my profound words, and you people are the ones that determine that a lot. Most of what y'all consider profound words from me, that came to me through age, because it took me being an older person. I am what some people might consider a 34-year-old teenager, because there's some things I go through in my life that lets people think, wow, he could get along with a good, mature teenager. And I probably could. I mean, but adults need to learn that they can still be friends with teenagers as long as they keep it on the level that God asked them to keep it on. And so I just thought, let y'all know I love y'all, but don't give up hope that I'll get my life on track with the opposite sex. And it's weird that some of these coming out videos made me decide that, I've got to learn to examine myself and find out if there's something I'm doing wrong that's causing me these problems with the opposite sex. Well, yeah, one thing, you got to watch what you say around them, and when they say something to you, if you don't like it, say so, guys. There's a lot of women out there that ain't that hard to talk to. You just got to talk to them and tell them, look, this is the situation. And if it don't work out, it don't work out. But please, if you ever see yourself with a woman and it works out, guys, respect her, respect her, respect her. Now you say, what respect do I give her? Well, for one thing, you give her the kind of respect that God asks you to give a woman. And you don't play head games about it. You don't spit, cuss, holler, doo-dah-dee-day. You do what God said about it. If God said love her like there's no tomorrow, then do so. And I have to say, my feelings for the one I'm with now is pretty strong. And I'll tell you, I don't think that I have to go through so much hoopla to y'all about it. Just say, look, I'm happy with what I hope is going to transpire here with me and with my love life. And if it does, then there'll be wedding bells at some point. And, it might be my second time, but my second time at what they call an official marriage, but an official real wedding. I mean, the other thing, I don't know, I just get this funny feeling if it works out. But you got to understand, when you've been through so much as I've been through, you look back at all this stuff and you say, with my past being like it is, and part of my past reflects on my future, which is actually my present, because at the time I was going through all this stuff in my past, it made me leery about my future and should I trust certain things. And now my future's here, I say, well, if certain people are talking languages to me about romance, I don't know whether to trust it or not, because I haven't seen certain things yet. But I'm glad y'all took the time to watch or hear or read or whatever you want to call my coming out video about my problems in life. Thank you and have a nice day.